Daddy born poor, Mama was too. Walking through the snow, plastic bags on their shoes. Papa selling houses, sleeping in a car. 4 babies in the back seat, underneath the stars. Well, hey, hey, just work a little harder. Hey, hey, punching that clock with work and prayer and a little bit of luck. Make so much money, need a 10-ton truck. Ha, 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 ha.
Hey, good morning. Paul McMann here with Forex Smart Trade. It is Thursday, August 7th, 2025, 6:30 in the morning. Thanks so much for joining me. It is an honor that you choose to spend some time with me here at Forex Smart Trade. We help people trade profitably, and by doing that, we help them change their life where they can earn more and work less because they have a skill set that allows them to achieve above average results. And the purpose of today's session is to show you one of our dozen different trade strategies so that you can see how simple and accurate they are and see that they work and if they might be for you. So with that, let's jump in and see what the market has for us this morning. We need to first listen to this guy.
Due to federal and state regulations, we are providing the following disclosure. Please stay tuned, as this will take less than a minute. Foreign exchange, futures, and cryptocurrency trading are highly risky, and you can lose all the money you invest should you decide to engage in live trading. We are not responsible for your investment, trading, or tax decisions. We are not licensed financial advisors, traders, accountants, stockbrokers, or attorneys. We are not licensed commodities brokers and do not engage in or facilitate commodities transactions. We are not an introducing broker, and we make no recommendation as to where you should invest or what broker you should trade with. As you apply what you learn, we recommend you seek advice from licensed professionals. Any trade results that we show should not be considered typical of our students. We do not and cannot track the results or performance of our students' private trading accounts. We do not know what a typical or average student earns or loses trading. This is not a get-rich-quick program, guaranteed system, or business opportunity. We sell training and trading tools. We make no promises our training or tools will generate future income for students, and you may not make your investment back, including your investment in this training. Any redistribution or recording of this material is strictly prohibited without advance written permission.
We teach with a number of different tools. We've got a curriculum that's been developed over almost 17 years now, where we have figured out what you need to know and what you don't need to know, and we focus strictly on those items that you need to know. You can think of us as kind of a guide that will get you in the most efficient, effective way to climb the mountain. We've done it. We've been there. We know how it works and what you need to, where you need to go and what you need to avoid. We have group training sessions. We have one-on-one training sessions. We've got videos, and we do these live trades where I do 3 a week, Monday afternoon and Tuesday and Thursday morning. Every afternoon at 4:15, I also send out an overnight trade setup. Last night's trade setup actually closed before 5 o'clock, closed kind of quickly. During the day, we send out, the company sends out a trade pattern alert, and you can actually watch them do their evaluation. I send out a trade around 10:30. I take a look at the charts, see if there's anything there, and if there is, I send it out. When you become a regular member, every morning there's a live trade. Every evening there's a live trade, and again, lots of training. Good people who are good at things generally have a coach, and generally are continuing to practice the fundamentals. And that is what we do. I work off of a checklist. No, one last thing is, in addition to kind of watching the chart, you can, our indicators are set up that if a pattern exists or something shows up, you can tell it to notify you. So, for example, even though on the overnight trade setup, we take that trade once a day at that 4 o'clock hour. It if the trade is there, it can send out a notification. Not as important on this trade, but on other trades where you're looking for a specific setup, it's good to be able to get the notification so that you don't have to be watching the chart all day. I work off of a little checklist so I don't forget anything. During the session, I'm generally not taking questions because I'm just focused on trying to find a trade within the limited time that we have. But if you do have a question, questions are important. I'd love to be able to answer it and talk to you about trading. You can get on my calendar at forexsmarttrade.com/schedule and book a time, or you can try calling me. I have office hours, former professor, every Wednesday at 3:30, where I'm just hanging out. If you want to stop in the office and talk, I'm there. Good habit, every morning refresh your green chart. Good habit is also to go back and review the trades that didn't go the way that you wanted at the end of every day or the beginning of the next day. With our simulator, you can do that. It allows you to go back to the specific time that you took the trade and see exactly what the charts were telling you. We are technical traders. We are focused on, we trade based on the price action. Our indicators are very good at predicting what's going to happen. And really, you only need a couple good trades a day to make good money at this. But news does impact currency prices. So we want to know what those news events are so that we can trade around them. In fact, this week on Monday, on the trade pattern alert, they took a trade 5 minutes before a news event. And of course got stopped out because the news event caused a big jump and a spike in the price. So even though the signal was there, they shouldn't have taken the trade because that news event's coming up and we can't predict how that news event is going to impact things. This morning, we've got a bunch of news on the pound, and at 7, which is in 20 minutes, and at 8:30 on the dollar. So we will not trade either. I don't like to trade within a 2-hour window of the news event. This like unemployment claims are that number's already figured out and is sitting on somebody's desk. And there's lots of people who are connected who are able to get that number beforehand and start trading based on how they anticipate the market will react to that number. President Trump has been threatening to fire the people who are figuring out these numbers because there's been a lot of revision in them. They post a number and then 2 weeks later or a month later they revise it. That was particularly bad during the Biden administration, where the revisions would be huge percentage. Sometimes small revisions you can see, but there'd be big revisions. So anyways, we're not going to trade the pound dollar this morning. So with that, we've got a dozen signals. The trade signal, when we coach someone, what trade you want to look at is a function of what your availability to trade is. If you only have an hour a day to trade, we want to, at a specific time window, we want to come up with a trade that accommodates that. Generally, I'm around during the day. I like this trade. I like to take it off of a 1-hour chart. On a 1-hour chart, trades are worth anywhere from 5 to 35 pips. My sweet spot is 11 pips. I'm generally not looking at trades that are less than that. And the trade allows me to get in and out within an hour to 3 hours. The strategy of the trade is basically there are 3 parts to the chart, the majors and minors, the TNTs, and the pressure. And each section is measuring something different. I want a majority of the lines from all three sections to agree. When I have that, I've got a good trade. The chart I am trading off of is one called the Light 6 Major. It's one of our standard charts. It is a composite chart in that it's showing me 6 different currency pairs. In this case, they're all US based. I start with the middle section of the chart, the majors and minors. This red and green line is the major indicator. The black and gray line is the minor indicator. Horizontal red line is the oversold line. Horizontal blue line is the overbought line. And basically, I'm looking for situations where the lines start as overbought. All of them are going down and they run through the channel. I want to get this move. That's what I'm looking for. And here you can see, had you caught it, it was worth 13 pips over 3 hours. So that's what I'm looking for. Now I'm going to go through these US pairs, even though we're not going to trade the US pair. But here, we have the signal. The only thing I don't like about it, there's 4 things that I'm looking for. 1, that we started overbought. 2, all the lines are going down. 3, the red line and the black line have crossed over and are on top. And 4, what the steepness of the green line is. And I want it to be better than 45 degrees. So I have everything here. Only thing I don't like is I don't generally take trades when the green line has gone past the halfway mark. I want to kind of ideally catch it when it's just entering the channel. But here, for me, we've kind of missed the run. So if I don't see what I want here, I can kind of skip. I don't need to look at the TNTs or the pressure. Euro USD, we're oversold. So, here I want to wait till they turn around. Pound dollar, both of these got news events. We've got disagreement between the majors and minors. Dollar Canadian dollar. We just touched overbought and everybody is coming down. We don't have the double cross yet. The red hasn't crossed over the green yet. So not quite. Dollar Swiss franc, minors hit overbought, majors are sideways, so nothing there. Dollar yen, overbought, minors are sideways, majors still going up, so nothing there. So I've cloned this chart and made a new chart with non-USD pairs. And let's see what we've got. We still have that restriction on the pound. So euro pound, oversold going down. Now, can you make money taking a trade when it's oversold and going down? Yes, you can. It's just not part of my trade strategy. I don't want to get stuck when this being oversold when this turns and it goes back up. Now, on a day chart, this is an hour chart, but on a day chart, I might consider a trade like this. But on an hour chart, no. Australian dollar, yen, overbought, majors going up, minors going down, so we don't have agreement. Euro Canadian dollar, oversold, going down steeply. Australian dollar, New Zealand dollar, overbought. Everybody's going down. Just barely get the double cross here. The red is peeking out there. And the green line is just at 45 degrees, I would say. Maybe a little bit better than 45 degrees. When I have what I want here, I'm going to jump up to here and count how many lines are supporting. The 2 orange lines are going down. each of these are measuring the rate of change at different speeds. And when blue goes up, that means sell. So all four are telling me sell. So they're agreeing with this. However, when I look to the pressure, I have up pressure with green on top. I want these lines either going down, or I want the red line to be above the green line. So I don't have that here, so we're going to pass. Other reason we're going to pass is we are trading on a 1 hour chart, and it's evening in both of these markets. So I want one of the markets to actively be trading. Pound yen overbought, majors going up, minors sideways. Euro Australian dollar oversold, everybody's going down. So nothing there. Let's go to the next group. Canadian dollar yen overbought. Majors going up, minors sideways, so not yet. Euro New Zealand oversold, going down. Pound New Zealand. Well, we're beyond the halfway mark, so I'm going to discount that. We've got the news on the pound, and I don't like it when we have a kink in the line like this, where we're going from more steep to less steep. So we're going to pass on that. New Zealand yen overbought, disagreement between the majors and minors. Gold USD oversold, majors going down, minors sideways. Euro Swiss franc. We're more than halfway. So I'm going to pass on this. Again, I want to take trades that are high probability. Can we get enough of a move here? Maybe, but I just don't want to take the chance. I only need a couple good trades a day to make this, to make money. And that's my goal, is to make money. Australian dollar, Canadian dollar. Overbought, everybody's coming down. Double cross, reds on top, blacks on top. Good steepness on the green line. We got the kink here, or we're going from more steep to less steep, but it's not very much. And we're just at the halfway mark. So I'll consider this. We just crossed over the halfway mark. So we've got all four here. Thin orange is coming down, telling me sell. Two blues are going up, telling me sell. The thick orange here is fully extended. It's at 0. When it's at 0, it thinks there's no more down in the move. So that's a little bit of a negative. And it's been there the last 2 hours. But we do have 3 of the 4, and I want 3 of the 4. We have weak up pressure with red on top and the green pulling away. So I've got a point here, 4 points here, and 3 points here. So I have everything I want. Even though it's the middle of the night in Australia, it's coming up to morning in Canada. So this is good. When I see what I want on this chart, I have a confirmation step. And that confirmation step is to look at a full chart of the Australian dollar, Canadian dollar, and we've got to sell. And let's open up a full chart. And a full chart is going to show me just one pair, but 6 different time frames: 2 hour chart, a 4 hour chart, an 8 hour chart. So that was AUD, CAD. And I want to see the 2 hour chart overbought and the 4 hour chart overbought. They don't necessarily have to be going down. I just want the lines up here. And the reason I want the lines up here is there's less of a chance of us being stopped out. If this weakens, we can still pick the trade up off of either of these And here, this by itself is a good sell signal. So we have this. Let us, on some of the trades we do, to take profits predetermined. It might be 3 pips or 5 pips or 11 pips. Might be what the ATR is, or a percentage of the ATR, which is up here. This is a trade where we need to figure it out, and it's going to be based on the support and resistance. So let's take a look. Here is the a clean chart on the AUD CAD, and we are looking support and resistance are spots where the candles seem to naturally stop. And you can see I dropped it in before we dropped on the call, but see how the candles are bouncing here, bouncing here, bouncing here. They kind of bounced here. And if we go back, we can see bouncing here, kind of bouncing here. I want to see what the trend is. And do we see a trend here by crunching it up? By crunching it up, it gives me more data points to see. We're kind of in a small uptrend, maybe. Not very big uptrend. And we are looking at so when I looked at this before we came on, you can see it's already moved down some. So let's just grab this and see how many pips we have from where we're at this line. I want to trade within these 2 lines, because you can see how it came up and bounced, or how it came up and bounced before it broke through. I want to get in and get out with as quickly as I can, ideally within an hour. So trading between these 2 lines allows me to do that. So right now we've got 7 pips going down and 14 pips up. The lines tend to be anywhere from 30 to 40 pips apart on the Euro USD. It changes a little bit depending on the currency pairs. So the question is whether I want to take a trade for 7 pips or not. Let's take a look one more time at the chart. You know what? I'm not going to take. I'm going to hold off on this. Let's see what else we have. Like if it were 11 pips, I'd consider it, but 7 pips isn't quite worth it to me. Swiss franc yen past the halfway mark. Euro yen disagreement between the majors and minors. Pound Australian dollar. This is a good signal, but we've got the news event on it. New Zealand dollar, Swiss franc disagreement, and Canadian dollar, Swiss franc. Let's go back to our